I have joining me an African Affairs Analyst, Alistair Soyode. Good to have you join us, Alistair Soyode. Now, we understand that leaders in West Africa are now in a meeting to take maybe some decisions on the coup in Mali. But do you think that during the mediation process between ECOWAS and leaders in Mali, that the West African leaders listened to the cry of the people in that country?
Well, thank you very much for having me. It is a sad day over in Mali, but nevertheless, as the Mauritanian soldiers have indicated, they were there to prevent further chaos in that country. Now, of course, the African Union and ECOWAS are surely going to have a meeting and to discuss this issue to do with the Mali coup. Nevertheless, I think what we have seen over the last month, especially in April, in March, that people have been protesting all over the country on the street and demanding for a change due to what they call mismanagement, bad governance in that country. So somehow, as much as the coup is a bad thing on the African continent as a whole, the soldiers have got a little way of joining to say this is the reason why they are there. And of course, we have seen the international community demanding and asking them to go back to the barracks.
But we saw some level of joy and celebration on the street from some anti-government protesters over the coup in Mali. Now, do you think that this situation is now out of the hands of ECOWAS members or member states? Because the soldiers are saying, look, they are going to organize elections very soon.
Well, definitely there's no doubt that the people of Mali are deciding their future. It seems like, as you rightly mentioned, and as we can see, people were celebrating and jubilating with the arrival of the army people in the country as a saving grace for them. So there is no doubt, even before the ECOWAS decide to eliminate and remove Mali from their consensus, Mali new team, Mali new have already indicated that they are closing the borders, and they have already set the time in themselves that this is what they're going to do. So, and then with the support of the Malian people that you can see in the country, it seems like the soldiers definitely have the upper hand. And hopefully, as they indicated, that they will arrange and put the political transition into focus, and they'll be able to hand over for a democratic election within a short time. We just pray that the short time would be maybe within a couple of months, and hopefully, depending on what the international community actually do by not really putting a heavy pressure on them, but by asking them to do the right thing so that the country will go back into political leadership.
All right, so what sort of a resolution would you want to see coming out of that ECOWAS meeting today?
Well, one thing is the ECOWAS definitely are there, but as effective as they should be, haven't been for a very long time. And so one will hope that with this ECOWAS meeting, which is presided by the Nigerian President Muhammad Buhari, that they will be able to reason with the Malian people, they'll be able to reason with the coup plotters or the new leaders in Mali, and they will reason with them as well in the best way that they can hand over in a democratic way and conduct the election that they say. And of course, the international community has asked them as well to release the arrested former president and former prime minister if they're still in detention. At the end of the day, I think the voices belongs to the Malian people. And if the Malian people decide as well that they do not want the soldiers to be there right now, I believe that they'll have the strength, they have the capacity to do that. Because Mali has shown that as much as possible, the former leaders as well, they all came in through the same process by mutiny or coup before they have the election taking place. So, but at the end of the day, I hope the ECOWAS will come out with a good reason and appease to these guys to go back to the barracks.
Absolutely. We'll continue to monitor developments in that country. Alistair Soyode, thanks for talking to us.
Thank you very much.